Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Christmas Eve. What's up, Sislo?
Bah flu bug.
Don't you come in here with your bah humbug. Did you say bah?
I said bah flu bug.
Oh Lord, man. It's so many people sick around here. I got like a little nasal thing going on right now. I'm a little nasally myself. But it's a lot of people sick right now for the holidays. That sucks. A bah flu humbug.
I know.
Rona humbug. But I hope, I hope people, get to feeling better soon. As far as
can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I hear you pretty good.
Good. Okay. I got headphones on, so.
Yeah, you coming in pretty good. Everybody who's tuning in, make sure you guys like and share the video. I know it's been a minute since we've been live, but you guys, hold on, you got some background. Oh, you good now, Cecil. But yeah, I know it's been a minute since we've been live, y'all. So make sure you come on in here and share out the live, please. Like the video, share the video, okay? Please and thank you very much. But Cecil and I, we just coming through tonight. It's kind of late. We're not gonna be on here long, but just shoot the shit with you guys, chop it up with you guys real quick for about an hour or so on this beautiful Christmas Eve night. Sislo, what you got going on over there? What are you doing tomorrow? Are you going over family members? Are people coming to your house? What's on the menu? What's good? What's good?
I ain't doing nothing. I'm not going anywhere.
Nothing.
I'm not doing anything. Well, you gotta figure. I had pneumonia for the last 4 weeks. I've been sick. So, and I'm just getting better from pneumonia. So, my plans were shut down by Mr. Pneumonia. That's why I said bah flu bug. Oh, bah flu bug. And then, my middle daughter, Kissy and Kyrie's mom, she has COVID, and Kissy and Kyrie has COVID. So, we ain't know that.
Well, I wish we were closer to each other. I would bring you something. I'm not making the traditional. On Thanksgiving, I usually do traditional, but on Christmas, most of Christmases, I do non-traditional. Tomorrow, it's just lasagna. We doing wings. We doing salads. Stuff like that. Real simple, which means I get to literally sleep in. When you do traditional, ain't no sleeping in. It's cooking all night. You might get a nap here and there. And then you right early in the morning and you cooking and you on your feet all day. So yeah, on tomorrow I'm not doing that. I just took my Italian sausages out. I took my hamburger out. And I got that thawed out, and I got my wings thawed out because I'm gonna make some hot honey wings. My sons love the hot honey wings that I'll be making, so that's what we're making with it. But yeah, all that is thawed out right now, and tomorrow, that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. And with when I do stuff like that, like not cook a lot, that also gives me the opportunity to do a little house hopping if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't on my feet in here cooking and slaving all day, all night. So after I do that little lasagna, have my little companies over and everything, and if it don't run too late, I might be able to step out, go hang out, at somebody else's house. So that's the plans for tomorrow. So nothing really big.
Well, that's
But
what's up.
yeah, if you was a little closer to me, I'll bring you a plate and everything.
Girl, and I would eat it too.
Honey, I love that lasagna, child. That's like one of my favorite things that I like to make. It's just got
Mm.
so pricey now to make it. It's like easy but pricey. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is so high now. The hamburger, the cheeses, all the different things you got to put in there. But yeah, I love me some lasagna. Oh, and I got garlic bread, of course. Gotta have the garlic bread. So garlic bread.
Look,
But
I got a recipe. I have a recipe to make garlic buns from scratch. Hey,
oh shoot, do you make it like the toasted kind, or do you make it like the rolled up
like a roll,
long rolls?
and you can cross like the cross buns.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's
That's.
easy as 1, 2, 3. Literally.
Mhm. Mhm. That sounds. I
Yeah.
always go and get those doggone those toast things. That Texas toast. That stuff be so good. That Texas toast, the garlic and parmesan, or the garlic and cheese, or I think
Mm-hmm.
like
You can do
steak.
whatever you want. And I've
Yeah.
even taken them and like flattened them out a little bit, put a little sauce on there, and made it like the Italian cheese bread. With the you can put it with the sauce or without it. Mm-hmm. The recipe can go.
That
You know
sounds
how it girl, and just imagine that hot Italian cheese
hmm
playing on that girl.
that sounds
Mm-mm-mm.
really, really good.
It is.
Girl, you making me hungry. See, and I ain't ate nothing today. The only thing I ate today was uh one of those healthy choice things. They
Mm-hmm.
come in a bowl and you put it in the microwave and then you flip the bowl over and you pour the stuff
I know what
out
you're
and you
talking
mix
about.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's what I had today. That's literally the only thing I had today. So
Mm.
that sounds so good. And even the lasagna that I'm making tomorrow, I almost was like, ooh, I can make this tonight. And get me a little slice. And then when I was making people cakes, when I had to do my holiday cake orders today, sis, I'm not even
Girl.
eater like that. Like I really ain't a cake.
Mm-mm.
I prefer
Girl,
pies and things like
I would
that.
have been in trouble if I was at your home.
Honey, I'm telling you, I'm already a big girl. I would be a ton if I actually ate cakes like that because I'll be like eating up all the frosting. This is so good. Okay, you get a piece.
So this my
You get a
thing.
piece. I get a piece.
I probably wouldn't eat all. I would like the first slice. I would enjoy the cake. After that, if I'm enjoying it, I'm enjoying probably the icing and the filling and stuff. But
Yeah.
that cake, baby, that I just that Neapolitan one with the
Oh yeah.
girl,
You
you need
know,
to be smacked on your behind. You
but you
heard
know
me?
what, sis? This how this happens, sis. Let me just explain it real quick, okay? So for the longest, people have kept asking me, "Can I make a cake like that?" Right? And or they said, do I make cakes like that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I could." Because they were sending me pictures of other
Mm-hmm.
people's work, and I was like, "Oh,
Girl,
this
they
is
don't
really
understand who you are.
easy."
You're an artist up in here.
Yeah, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that seems real easy to do. And then somebody was like, was actually they weren't like ordering it, right? they were just sending me pictures. Girl, this is cute. Do you think you can do something like that? So I was like, yeah, I think I can, but they weren't ordering it. So when it was time for me to start, taking orders for Christmas, I was like, let me throw that picture in there. And I made a point to say, this ain't my pick, y'all. I said, this ain't my pick, but I can make this cake just like,
girl,
if not better. And I
you did that.
I had to throw in, if not better. Right?
You did that, sis.
Right.
You did.
But
my belt's off to you. My belt's off to you. I need to take my belt off so I can have some room. My belt's off to you, sis.
yeah, this is the one I made. Let me see if I can pull up the one that somebody sent to me. I'm gonna pull that one up so y'all can see it. Cause I was like, I can make that cake. I'm pretty sure I can. But it's with some cakes, when you do those cakes with the 3 different flavors, or even if you did just 2 flavors, you got to be really crafty when it comes to pouring the pouring the cake batter in there, and you got to do it really quick so it don't mix. You know what I mean?
You say you gotta be careful. What now?
So it doesn't mix.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to be really careful, and that's why I was like, hold on. Okay, here's the picture. Okay, I got the picture. Hold on, let me show you the picture of the one somebody sent me. Let's see, Neapolitan cake. Okay, here we go.
You don't have the pan that has like the dividers in it.
They don't have them for those.
Oh dang.
Trust me, I looked. Trust me.
You could probably make one though.
I'm gonna tell you how I did it. Hold on, let me get the picture up here first. Then I'm gonna tell you how I did it.
That junk was on fire.
And then they just came and picked it up a little bit ago. It's just like, I don't want to eat this right here in the car. I was like, well, you can't. Don't you touch that cake to like,
it's yours now, boo. You not paid for it. It's yours.
No. You can't eat that cake. Not right now. Not right now.
Eat the cake, anime.
Yeah, because she really wanted to do it too. I was cracking up, and her husband was driving. She was like, I just want to eat it right now. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's see. Window, share. Ooh, I'm gonna try not to show y'all any other pictures that I shouldn't be showing y'all. Okay, so hey, how many? Okay, can you see that good, Sislo? I need to make it bigger.
Oh, girl.
Okay, this is the one.
Strawberry crunch in the milk. Oh my god.
Yes. So this is the one. Somebody sent me this cake, and they said it would be nice if you could make this. And I was like, I think I can make something like that. And I never heard from them about it again. And then maybe a month or so ago, somebody else sent me the same picture and said, do you think you can make this for me for Christmas? And I was like, okay, you're like the second person who sent me the same picture. I don't know whose picture this is, but I say, yes, I can, duplicate or replicate or whatever you want to call it, the cake, right? So I don't know whose picture that is, but it's not mine. When I posted it, I said, who would be interested in a Neapolitan 3-flavor cake, vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate? And people's like, oh, that's no nice. You did good. And I'm like, no, that's not mine. I'm just asking y'all who would be interested in this type of cake. So people started placing orders. I said, okay. So that's the cake that people were sending me. and then that's mine. So that's the one I did.
Girl,
So
that baby is
me,
baby.
this is the one they sent me. That's somebody else's picture, somebody else's artwork, cake work,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the one that I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, when people send me pictures of stuff and be like, "Can you do this?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I can," but I'm not gonna do it just like that because I don't like to totally copy somebody else's
Somebody
work.
else. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like that because
That's how
I didn't
that's how I
see
used to be
people
when
do that to
I
me.
used to do hair. I would say, I'm that's their work, and everybody is different. But
Yep.
I'll do it my way, and you'll like it, but it's gonna have my own flavor. It's gonna have my,
Right.
you know.
Right. Yeah. Whether you do hair, whether you do nails, whether you do
Hmm.
cake or something like that, people send me pictures all the time and say, "Can you make me this cake?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I can, but I'm gonna put my own spin on it." You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't like to totally duplicate somebody's work. But I thought I did
Hmm.
pretty good for the picture that they sent me.
Beautiful,
So yeah,
beautiful.
but yeah, they just picked that up. Then I had only had a couple of orders for the holiday, and I was like kind of like glad about that because I was like, ooh, I've been working like crazy. So when I do cakes and stuff, that's just like side work, side gigs. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's not like something I do all the time. But I was like, oh
Hmm.
God, I really just want to rest, this holiday. But customers, customers come first.
It look good,
Yeah.
sure, but it look
But are you doing with all your
good.
shopping? Did you get all your shopping done for gifts and
Uh,
everything?
no,
Girl,
no, I get none done. I was sick. I've been sick over a month.
girl, you heard of Amazon?
Uh-uh. No. Mm-mm.
Order that stuff off of Amazon and have it shipped right to the house, child.
Uh-uh.
That's
Again,
what
you forgot. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You
or
forgot.
Walmart. I be ordering for Walmart. I be ordering for Amazon. Shoot. That's how my grandbaby got all his gifts this year, except for a new pack of underoos that I bought him since he's potty training. I went and picked them out myself when I was at Walmart a few days ago. But everything else, I ordered from Amazon, and when it got here, I wrapped it up and put it under the tree. But yeah, I
Mr.
love me
Ace.
some Amazon. Shoot.
No, Ace don't have a bottom run.
Yeah, he got a lot of stuff from me, his other grandma, of course, my son and his mom. But matter of fact, for my sons, I ain't got them nothing. I told them I'm giving them cash. I
Mm-hmm.
said I'm actually buying shopping and for the baby. But with y'all, it's either cash or a gift card. Which one you want? That's it, cause all that shopping for them. And they're not real picky, but I just prefer to get them cash so they can just buy whatever they want, you know. And I know my oldest son, he's like, uh, have you ever met a guy that really loves cologne?
Mm-hmm.
How some women are. We have all these bottles of perfume. He has
Mm-hmm.
like tons and tons. I'd be like, son, and in the sense that he been buying, I'd be like, ooh, you smell so good. He'd be like, I know all the ladies tell me that, mom. I'm like, boy, but yeah, he has a nice, really nice taste for cologne. So that's what he would have probably wanted if I was to actually buy him something, even though he'd be having a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
uh oh,
Girl.
there you go, clear it out, clear it out.
I'm trying to
Ooh, child.
knock the cough on here too, cause I get this sounding like a darn. Donkey.
Not a dog. Hold on. I came with you. But hold on, before we even started, you was talking about who was you talking about? You brought up some celebrity name.
Tyler.
Tyler. Oh, okay.
Tyler.
So something else happened with Tyler Perry. Okay. So I know the last time we talked about Tyler, we talked about the
Christian.
allegations from Christian. But
Mm-hmm.
then did you hear the stuff about TD Jakes
Mm-hmm.
and P. Diddy?
Um,
You didn't hear about that, right?
yeah, I heard about it. I don't,
What's your take on all that? Because I really ain't dived into it. I really ain't even.
I really think that that type of stuff. Now, the situation with Kylie Perry and the situation with um QD Jakes is different. The reason why I say that is that right now no names run into, and so it's like because of that they just took it and ran with it, and it became this big snowball thing. But nobody is really hurt right now because right now everybody is just speculating. What if? I bet it should. It seems like I know it's. But the situation with Bishop Jakes is that they are like actually calling this man's name out and making memes and saying he did this and that he did that, and that's hurtful, especially for somebody who has had such a positive impact on ministry for so many years. Now, if he's guilty of it, for real, you know what I'm saying? Not just a rumor that someone heard something, that they have like receipts that proves is the truth, whatever, then that's, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a different type of, you know, that's gonna be a whole nother can of worms. But right now, it's just almost the same as what it's sticky and it's hurtful to see somebody, a man of the cloth, go through what he's going through right now based on speculations. And I just I don't know, girl. That one kind of hurt my heart a little bit though. I ain't gonna lie. Go
You
ahead.
know, I haven't dwelled into whatever they call it, into it
Mm,
or really looked into it because I just been really busy working and then uh, but I did see something, and I can't say who said it. It was a Facebook post, and somebody said, um, "Touch not thy," that scripture, "Touch
Touch
not thy,"
not my anointing, do
right,
my
right,
prophets no harm.
right. And they was
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
people who are discussing this and talking about this and da 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 da. The
Mm-hmm.
scripture says woo woo woo. Then they also said, now I'm not defending him or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
but y'all just take social media and y'all run with it and y'all just start,
Yep.
going in on people and da 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 da. And you
Mm-hmm.
know how it is. We're both YouTubers. We do commentary. We might not be as critical as a lot of people out there, but sometimes we do get critical too. So I get what they were saying. But my thing here
Mm-hmm.
is when it comes to things like that on social media, like, okay, with the arcade. Now that was just plain as, ain't no speculation, ain't no
Right.
allegation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But when it came to the
Uh-huh.
Christian thing and the Tyler Perry, when we did that video on my channel last week, I was like, is it Tyler Perry? And my title. Because I didn't want to just say Tyler Perry, da 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 da. You know, now we might can speculate or whatever, but at least in my title, I was like, did he do it? Was it really Tyler Perry? And that's all we can do is speculate. When people come out and put this information out here, all we can do is speculate. So I get what they were saying about touchdown, but then I'm like, well, you know what? It's so many pastors and preachers. I mean, I know of some when I was growing up. I mean, churches in the hood, like it's just so many foul ass pastors and preachers out there. It's just disgusting. The people, and then you know, people be like, "Well, you're supposed to go to church to serve God, not to serve the pastor. So you're supposed to
Right.
don't judge the pastor and just keep going and pray for the pastor." And I'm like, okay, so we just supposed to go to this church, follow this pastor while he's out here doing all these despicable acts and messing with children or messing with everybody's wife in the church or messing with all the boys in the church, and we're just supposed to keep going to the church and pray? Again, all speculation.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I hate when people be like acting like pastors don't do no wrong. I guess
Right,
that's
right,
you
right.
know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying. But
And,
anyway,
unfortunately, there are a lot of people who hide behind the banner. You know what I'm saying? Doing things that's
exactly.
unrighteous, and so you know what I'm saying. I mean, when those covers are pulled, then boom, it just you know it's an unfortunate thing. It's I don't know, girl. It's just so hurtful, because it's like the church does not need another negative hit like that.
I'm about to join the
Cause
church
there's
sector. Are you a part of the church sector?
I'm not a part of any sectors.
What I don't, you know what I mean? Like
I'm
not
my
like
own sector.
you know what I mean. Do you follow the church like the B sector? Do you follow like the church sector? Because there be so I forgot what it's called. It ain't the church scandal sector. It's the church something sector where they discuss all type of things like this that be coming out about different churches or pastors or preachers or whatnot. And I know what's her name? What is her name?
Cruiser.
Cruiser, yeah, she be over there.
Oh no, that's not the church sector though. That
Okay, so
is
what's it called?
that's the carnal church sector.
The
That's
carnal?
the carnal church sector,
That's
girl.
what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm
Mm-mm.
talking about.
Mm-mm. That's just they made that name up for real, for real.
I'm
And
just
it's
saying,
because,
I need to be a part of that sector because they be having
girl,
all the tea.
girl, let me have some tea and some gossip and some roasting and gagging.
Sounds like
Mm-hmm.
the B sector.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, Viberlo, how you doing, love?
Hey, Vibrant.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, my baby.
Ho ho ho! Who would know? Oh, that's never mind. Santa Claus is never mind. Silent night. Hey, pick or choose, pick or choose. Okay, happy holidays.
In
But
my mind, I want you to be free. To all my friends, I want you to listen to me. I
girl,
wish you a
same,
Merry Christmas to
same.
you, each one of you. Ooh, silent night, holy night, all is gone. time. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sweet even heavenly. Okay, let me stop because I'm a horse. I don't know what.
Ah, you was doing good though. I was like, hey, I'm over here nodding my head, rocking my head.
I'm by my head back on.
I rock
Girl,
my
now I
head
can tell.
back, I rock my head back for no, but
hmm
yeah,
I actually used to like this song.
I always have loved that song, and there's so many different
hmm
ways to sing it. You know, so many different renditions, always the same words, but just so many different. You can do so much vocally with that song. You know what I mean? So yeah,
hmm
that has always been one of my favorites. Like, ooh, child. But yeah, I love Christmas. One of my faves. I think my favorite holidays are Christmas, definitely. The fourth, and it might sound weird, but Labor Day. Those have always been like my faves. And Labor Day is
hmm
always because that's the last summer holiday.
hmm
So that's like the last.
And
And trust
and
me,
it's my
you
birthday.
from the
It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
I know you from the cold states, so you feel me on this. When I'm
hmm
like, okay, we will still get down in the Midwest and barbecue in the snow and the ice. We will barbecue in the wintertime, but you know,
Girl.
traditionally Labor Day is the last holiday of the summer, and that's traditionally the last time a lot of people will ever barbecue and have a good
hmm
time, unless you just stay in a really warm state. But in
hmm
the Midwest, that's like traditionally the last time you're gonna light that grill, you know.
hmm
So that's why Labor Day, Christmas, and the fourth is my favorite holidays. So Thanksgiving, that's up there too, but you know, you know. But yeah, so anyway. But yes, I just wanted to come through tonight because we haven't been on here in a minute, and
hmm
it's been about what, a week since we've been on here live. So I've done a few uploads, but other than that, it's been like shoot, almost 2 weeks since we went live. Or yeah, well, actually no, I think about 4 or 5 days ago I did go live, but that was just some local Omaha stuff that was going on with demolition of projects
hmm
and things like that. But before that was the Tyler Perry Christian thing.
What happened? That's all. That's what happened with the elderly man. That
Oh,
you must
child.
tell me about that.
Okay, so my boy Sherman, my homeboy, my friend Sherman, uh, he did an update the other day,
hmm
and it was crazy because, of course, when it comes to black people, when it comes to white people, when it comes to disappearance or missing, they treat it's always has been a different way that they treat each case. This man, 80 years old, dementia, and he's been missing since like July or August. And the police here locally haven't really given him much attention. So the community activists, community leaders, have basically been keeping it in the public, eye and everything. So this is what we found out from the update that Sherman did the other day. He was
hmm
basically like, okay, so they asked for, because he lives in one of those elderly apartments or town,
See,
stuff
assisted
like that.
living,
Community,
assisted living.
right? Assisted living, right? But they come and go as they please. They come and go as they please. They can go shopping, go to the mall. They do whatever they want. It ain't one of those places where somebody got to take them somewhere. So he was free to come and go. But when they asked for the video footage from the day that the last time he was seen, I guess the video footage that they requested didn't show him because okay, it was a certain day when they said this was the last time he was seen, right? And so they went to that day on the video and they was like, there's nothing there. We didn't see him coming, we didn't see him going, or nothing. Now, what do you think the police should have done at that point when they looked at the day that everybody said would have been the day that he was last seen? But he wasn't on any of the video footage, and there's like 10 to 15 cameras around this elderly community. Like, if he wasn't there on that day, don't you think they should have looked the day before?
Period.
The day before that?
The
day before that? They didn't look at any of the video footage prior to the day that people say he was last seen. So when Sherman started doing his investigation and he talked to the lady that worked there, she was like, I've been here 20 years. I know what this man looked like. He was not on camera that day at all, period. And then he was like, well, if he wasn't on that day at all, period, why didn't the police look at the days before? Because maybe somebody was wrong. Maybe the day before could have been the last day he was seen on the premises. And so by the time he got a chance to look at it, of course, all the footage had been, they only save footage for so long. And then recorded over. So that's what happened. So basically the police basically dropped the ball because that's even like common sense to me. And I'm not a police. Like if I'm in my crib and I got Ring cameras and the last time people thought they saw me was December 15th. Okay, check her Ring camera. Somebody said they seen her by her house or leaving her house, or they know she was at her house on that day. And they look, no, we don't see nothing. Like, why would you check the day before, or the day before, or the day before? It's crazy. And Cislo, I couldn't imagine. I really can't imagine if that was my mom or my dad. And they're 80 years old and they have dementia. And do you know how hot it was when he went missing? It was during when we had a hot heat advisory. It was like 120, 100. Remember when that little girl passed away? The little baby
Which one?
man? The one we did the story on? It was during one of those weather advisory heat weeks. And I could only I can't even imagine.
So they still haven't found this man.
Like nobody doing anything. No police, nothing. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. So basically they still don't know who the man is.
Still don't know. And they done checked all over the city. I mean, they done checked woods.
Let me tell you something.
The lake, they done checked everywhere.
What job did he used to do?
That part, I don't know. I don't think they've ever mentioned.
Whatever job he used to do, you want to check the route between that apartment and his job, the old job. And like check the route from his house to that job. Not a lot of times when people with elderly people with dementia, they go back to familiar patterns that they used to follow. So they'll probably go. He'll probably trying to find his. If say like if he was a school teacher, you're gonna find him. You might find him somewhere near that school or Hetty because that's something familiar to him, and that's something he can do without really. It does not take any concentrated effort, really, because you do it kind of like certain, second nature. Like when you go to the store and you come home, you're around home So you drive it. You can drive it while you're on the phone talking to somebody else and giving them instruction on how to do something, how to make icing for a cake, and you can be talking them through how to make the icing for the cake, and then you say, well, is it runny? And no, it's not this, it's not that. You add this or add that, this, that, and the other, but you're still driving home, and you'll be up in your driveway. The next thing you know, still talking to that individual because it's second nature to you. You know your route home. So it's like with the persons with that's going through with like dementia or something like that, their second nature thing is like where they used to work, where they used to teach, or something to that effect. So I would just backtrack and check that route, check his route back to his old family home, a old job, you know, something like that. I would do that. Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna definitely get
yeah.
that information to Sherman because he just mentioned on his Facebook page that he was creating a private group
Mhm.
for us, locally because he checked his LinkedIn. And you know how if you have a LinkedIn, you can find out like who's all checking your LinkedIn, right?
Mhm.
A
Yep.
lot of
It'll
the
send you an email. Yep. Mhm.
well, a lot of the people who's been checking his LinkedIn has been like the authorities. And I think
Huh.
a lot of the people who've been checking his LinkedIn has been like the authorities. And it's because he's been
Mm.
really vocal over the past year over certain things that's been going on in our community.
Mm.
So he's going to create a private Facebook group for you know for the community.
Exactly. Mm, 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 mm.
And that's strange. I'm sure he probably was expecting that because that's generally what happens when you're a community activist or a leader.
Mhm.
A lot of the people who be following you might be the
Mhm.
authorities. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Kind of the same thing they did to us way back when.
Mhm.
Way back when, with slavery and after slavery, Jim Crow era, you know, they think you can make it to
Mm.
boys, you know.
Girl,
So
but meanwhile, back at the ranch, the man still mentioning ain't nobody looking for him because you concentrating on the wrong stuff. That's
exactly,
so good.
exactly.
You
So
know,
I told him make sure
is.
you add me to the group. Yeah,
Mhm. But that's what the same thing that I was saying, like on something. Like one of them missing, it was a missing team, and he had been missing. Um, it's like they have been looking for this teenage kid for all this time, and the first thing they say, oh, they ran away, or they on drugs, or they this, or they that, and so they're not really concentrating on looking for the babies because they want to assume because they're young, they just walked away from the house or they drove away from the house being grown, not given to accountability. I mean, to consideration that something could have very well have happened to this kid. Where is this baby at? So, when they finally found the baby had done lost control of the car and went over to the side of the thing, the ravine there, and was stuck in the vehicle in a dangerous. The car was in a dangerous position or whatever, and he had been hurt from impact, needing emergency assistance because of the injuries and whatnot, and he succumbed to the injuries. But in the meanwhile, they still thinking, oh, he just ran away, or he just walked off, or he just did this. First thing I would have done, thinking about the surrounding areas and where people live, if you have a lot of lakes and bushes and ravines and all this type of stuff in your regular route, that ought to be one of the very first places you want to check. Because accidents do happen, a blowout, anything. So instead of thinking negative, or they take, what I'm saying, they probably drug and they probably no. Think about an accident could have happened, and maybe they opened on the side of the road, which is where that baby was. I remember another young man, family looked for him. I think that was 3 years, and when they went to go drag this river to prepare for something altogether different, and drug the dang on river, and that baby was still locked in his seatbelt in his truck, and the truck was so rusty, but his body was still preserved well enough for them to be able to identify. And he was still sitting in that. He lost control of the car and a mudslide or something, and went into the water under enough that he couldn't be seen. But he wasn't found till 3 years later. You're concentrating on the wrong stuff. You know what I'm saying? Concentrate on this man's regular route, what he used to do. Like just like I said, for instance, was he a school teacher or something? Check the pattern, the route from that place to the school, or check the route from the palace. I mean, not palace. The girl, the palace, the place that they grew up in, or something like that, from where he was staying at, back to the family house, or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Am I making sense?
Yeah, you're making a whole lot of sense. And I know I do know that they looked over, certain areas, abandoned buildings and parks and wooded areas, and I do know they did that, but I don't know if they actually did that, what you just suggested, but I will suggest that to him, to Sherman.
Yeah, I mean, it's come on now. At the end, the crazy part about it, like I said, those are always never the places that and those are always the places that they find them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is so sad because I just like, where can somebody just go? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you 80 years old, you have no money, and you just disappear off the face of the earth?
Hmm.
It doesn't make
And the
sense. It
answer
really
and the
doesn't.
answers are so simplistic.
And when you look at all the, like, even in our area, there has been some people of the other color missing recently. And I mean, when I tell you that it's on the news all the time, it's just crazy how they treat us when we disappear or are missing, compared to the other white meat, the other dark meat, the other whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so
You
I
said
just
the
keep
you
that
said the what? Now say that again. The other what?
how they say the other white meat, or the other, that, remember that commercial?
Clear, clear,
Yeah. What,
clear.
but there was
Remember?
a commercial that said the
Yeah.
other dark
Pork
meat, the
is
other
the
white
other
meat. I
white
can't
meat.
remember how the commercial went, but you know what I'm trying to say.
I said pork is the other white meat.
Right, 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 right.
Hmm.
So
I remember that.
yeah.
It was a
But
beat thick pork
yeah,
tenderloin or something, and pork, the
yeah,
other white meat.
yeah. But I just say, everybody just keep them and that family, Mr. Blake and his family in your prayers, and hopefully, I pray they find him alive.
I
I
do,
really
but the likelihood of finding him unless someone has taken him in. Let me tell you this story, and this is a very,
Oh, I thought about
very
that too, Sislam. But go
this
ahead.
is a this is a very, very true story. In my old house, that I miss and love so much, dear Jesus. But in my old house was always a magnet for people, for people, for animals, or whatever in need, or that was lost, or that was wondering. This one lady had on one of what we call a duster. You know what I'm talking about? The little mama grandma little snap up with the pockets on the front, the floral little doohickey that she put on while she warming the food up at the church. You know what I'm talking about. The little, it's not a robe, but we call it a duster. But anyway, she had on that and she on some slippers. So I knew this woman done wandered away. And she got her little legs and stuff was just swollen. 'Cause she had been walking and she didn't know where she was going. When you talked to her, she was confused. And so I talked to her gently because she was just wanting to keep walking because she was trying to figure out where she was going, where she was. I just can't figure out. I said, oh, well, come on up here. Sit down, let me get you something to drink and let's help. Let me help you figure it out. And so I got her to come up on the porch and I gave her, I had to fix her some Kool-Aid or some water or something. And while I was talking to her or keeping her company, I called 911. And so I was talking to her, playing it off like we were having a casual conversation, but I was really trying to keep her there until the police came. So when the police came, excuse me, by the time they got there, luckily they had gotten a call about her elderly woman being missing, excuse me, in the area, right in our area. So I kept her there until they got it, and then the police put her in the car and they took her back home. And so that situation worked out well. Then there was another lady further up the street, like across the busy freeway on my same block. I used to take that route to go pick my daughter up from school or whatever. So I'm going down that route and I see this lady, another older lady, I wandered away from home. But this one barely had any clothes on at all. I think she on like a shirt and underwear or something like that. And she was really confused, but she was trying to get to um I think I want to say I'm gonna say Miss Pearlie's house. Well, it turns out that she actually lived in that area. She lived in that area years and years ago, and Miss Pearlie was her neighbor. That she would go over there and sit down, and they would have tea and talk and what have you. So she was thinking that she was going from home trying to get to Miss Pearlie. Now she was in the right area, but the neighborhood has changed, so she couldn't remember what house was what. But she was naked, or not naked, but half naked, and she had wandered off or whatever. So here again, she knew her address. She knew her address because it was her house that she left from, but now her grandkids or whatever is running everything, and they're supposed to be taking care of her. But they in there, and girl, when she gave me her address, she knew that much. She was confused, but she knew her address by heart. I took her home, and the door wide open, and the girl in there on the phone just running her mouth, gossiping, just like that. And girl, and I told, and I'm knocking on the door, and I said, "Do you know a such and such?" Uh-huh. Yeah, and I said, "Okay, well here she's in the car." And she doesn't have any clothes on. She has an empty suitcase in her hand and blah blah blah. What? No, she not. She in. woman, the front door wide open. The lady done wandered out the house. She didn't even know it. She in there on the phone running her mouth. But the lady was trying to get to her friend's house that was a few blocks away. That lived, and she, like I said, she was on the right block. But they said the lady had since died, and everything, because that's how much time had elapsed. But I said all that to say that they are still on the paths that are familiar to them, trying to get somewhere that they once knew about. And even though that they are not in their full faculties, they're going on that again, that second nature situation. So that's why I said, don't give up on that, because it could be something just just as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And I hope they find them. I hope someone, you know, keeping them company or something like that. But I don't see why they wouldn't call the police. Let them know they found
Right.
somebody. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I was wondering that too. 'Cause I was like, how could somebody just disappear like that? And I was thinking, well, maybe I would hate to say that somebody who knows him, just like he's just standing there with him, but and they wouldn't ever speak to the family or the kids, or it would seem odd that something like that would happen. But hell, you never know.
Mhm.
You never know.
Never see, and it's so sad. But and we have to have some really like one thing I say about everything, and this applies to everything, everything that
Yeah,
makes this world go around, is that this breed of people do not have any integrity.
child.
No integrity. And it's like they don't care about
I feel you. I feel you.
no integrity.
But
Nobody
it is
cares.
Christmas time. It's
Huh?
Christmas time, so I don't know.
Hey,
I'm just gonna
we wish
pray
you a
for.
Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Boom, boom. And a happy new. Take it away, Tanya.
Year.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
I'm
Uh,
over here so
It's
drained in my nose. Can't you hear it?
it's
Like
so it's so it's so after midnight, so it's actually Christmas Day,
it is
and
not.
huh?
Is it after midnight where? Oh, it's after midnight where you are. Merry Christmas to the people who are on
Yeah,
those time.
in Detroit.
I'll say. Oh my God, I'm so nasally. Okay, let me let me try. Excuse me. Joy to the world,
Come
the
on, girl.
Lord has come.
Mm,
Let
mm,
earth
yeah.
receive her King. I am so nasally. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and let God in heaven and nature sing. That's about as all I can do. I swear I can't even breathe through my nose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanna say I just hope that a lot of people get um, what they want for Christmas. I know it's supposed to be all about Jesus and, Christ and, him being born and, what he has done for us and, but there are some people who still believe in Christmas miracles, and I just hope that a lot of people receive a Christmas miracle, whether it's financial, whether it's freedom, whether it's healing, whether it's rejoining or forgiveness or disputes or family feuds and this your children, if you have not spoken to your children in a while, a lot of people have arguments, and sometimes they start small and they get so big, and then when you take so much time away from not figuring out the problem, like months and months go by, years and years go by, to the point where you're like, yeah, I got a kid. Yeah, I ain't talked to them in 20 years. Yeah, well, they
Mm.
should reach out to me. I should reach out to them. I just hope that a lot of people receive a Christmas miracle if that's what they're looking for this holiday season. That's all. But anyway, any last minute words, sis? Because we are up on our hour.
Yeah, that's tired. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm nigga. I'm tired. I'm sleepy.
I might make me another what are they called? The healthy choice. I might make me another healthy choice. But
I'm about to healthy choose this pillow. I'm
child,
about to
I'm
become
telling you,
very intimate with my pillow. Me and
girl,
my pillow are going to become very good friends in a minute. She gonna hug me back.
girl, I know that bed
And,
sounds real good right now because I sure was up in there till about 11 this morning. I was like, oh, I gotta get up and make these cakes for people. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I know it was a last minute thing. It wasn't planned. It wasn't scheduled. We didn't have that many people in here tonight, and that's okay. Um, hopefully, people will hit the replay. But for the most part, I just wanted to
can
come.
I get a replay?
I just wanted to
You
come sit
know.
on Christmas Eve and chop it up with y'all real quick. So those who were meant to be here are here. I know there's a lot, and there's a lot of people going live in the B sector tonight. So you know how that goes. When there's a lot of other people live, you might not get as many views in your own live, but that's cool with me. But other than that, you guys, I want to say Merry Christmas.
Merry
If I
Christmas.
don't speak to you before the New Year's, Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays. And Cicelo says the same.
Same.
Same. But yes, everybody like and share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed, and check out Cislo's channel too. She has two channels. One of them is called Miss Cislo Newsworthy Updates, and the other one is called Trash Talk Alley 22. So make sure you check out both of her channels as well. Go over there and give her a like, a subscribe, hit the notification bell. And on that note, everybody stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it.
Keep it hood.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Love you, sister.
Good. Love you too, babe. Happy Christmas and a Merry Ace Day.
Yes. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Love you, boo.
Love you.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Later for now.
All right. Later for now.